Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to another episode of Snakz Thoughts. Again, welcome to Snakz Thoughts. Or shall I say, tonight would be my Friday night chit chat. And so, what is some Snakz thoughts of the day? Well, I was just considering my exit strategy to finally homestead overseas, and I know that's probably might sound a little bit far-fetched right now with the travel being impacted and somewhat halted temporarily because of the coronavirus, but like all things, this thing will pass. They'll get everything figured out and get the cure up, and life will go on. But I just hope that they obviously get that worked out as soon as possible. But anywho, I'm up in here just chilling, making me a little bit of vittles, something just to snack on, and making my cocktails. I got my Japanese beer. I love it. Love my acai. And just hooking myself up a mixed cocktail while I just kick back and just chill. But yeah, I was considering my exit strategy and where I would like to go to. And now I have, obviously I've been to 22 different countries and have lived outside of the United States like 14 and a half years. So, I'm overseas acclimated and been in different cultures, societies, and environments. So that part right there don't bother me. That's a pretty easy adjustment, But it's just wherever I decide to go, if English is not their one of their primary languages, then I definitely need to make preparation to learn the local language of that society or of that nation. And I thought about some. I thought about at first I kept thinking that I wanted to go to Australia, but I've got some other options on the table, and I'm looking at probably maybe more like Latin or South America. Maybe something like that. I'm looking at maybe heading that direction. There's Asia still on the table. Despite everything, Asia's still on the table for me. But I think I probably might lean a bit more towards maybe Latin or South America. I'm sipping a little bit, guys. This is my kickback, man. I'm up here kickback. And so I'm looking at different things. It's like, okay, as part of the exit strategy, which way do you want to roll? Do you want to roll, through employment, or do you want to roll as an entrepreneur? Myself, preferably, I would prefer entrepreneurship because you'd have more freedom, and you get to you own your time. So I'm considering some things, and I already have a couple of coals in the fire. So this is a move that I definitely am looking to make probably in the next year and change. Not later than 2 years tops. But we'll see. And obviously I'm gonna make plans to take a trip and visit these and definitely one country in particular. I'm looking at either possibly Brazil, maybe Colombia, and possibly Chile. As far as Latin or South America is concerned. And there's other avenues I may check out. Maybe Singapore. Europe, you know what I'm saying? That's, hey, that's easy. I was in Europe, you know what I'm saying, many years ago, so, and I know that things do change, but as far as the core, of those societies, I got a, general idea, pretty much everything functions, so ain't no big deal. But yeah, working on my exit strategy, because my goal or intention is to homestead, make this home, and then the only reason why I probably come back to the States would obviously be for reasons of family, but obviously definitely, for God's work, but definitely family and, business. If it don't concern those three things right there, then pretty much I'll be out of the country, and back where I feel most comfortable. I feel most comfortable as an expat, and I know that everybody's different. It may sound a little bit crazy, but yeah, I honestly do. I feel more comfortable being a expat or a foreigner in someone else's country than actually being back home. I've been back in the States now for maybe what is this, 2020? Yeah, I've been back maybe about 12, 13 years. And it's just once I got a taste of that overseas thing, it's just man, I got, acclimated to it, and I guess I must have got to digging the lifestyle. And it wasn't, I found even though each country is different, but there were certain things about that overseas lifestyle in all these different countries that just seemed to fit me. Now, did I obviously like some better than others? Sure I did. I would probably say out of all the countries I've been to, my favorites, I probably would have to say were, let me think. And this is going to be a tough one. I would say it would come down between Japan, I would say England, and I would say Canada. Between those three, and it's hard to choose from. And the only reason why I left England is I didn't really like the weather. That's what was the killer, the weather. And obviously I was in the military, so the base I was at, it was on the closure list. So, that had something to do with it. But I was going to leave anyway, because I just didn't like the weather. I kind of like something really hot, with mild or warm winters, and a hot summer is right up my alley. I'm a baseball cap or, floppy hat with some shorts and probably some flip-flops or some tennis shoes. And give me a t-shirt, and, just something short sleeve, that's me, all day, but that's the only thing I didn't like about England was the weather. If the weather had been, were hot and say mild year round, I probably would have stayed in England, but that pretty much, was a killer for me. Canada, Canada's nice, but I prefer the, Pacific West side of Canada, like Vancouver. I did. I like Vancouver. It's beautiful. It really is. It's very beautiful. It's mild, pretty much year round. It's got the heat, and it is beautiful. I mean, that is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And then, like I said, Japan, I love Japan, but England and Japan, I really had a blast. And I learned a lot, and I learned so much, and I had a chance to grow, But I don't know. It's kind of tough, Japan is another case, but I can't outright purchase real estate without being connected to someone who's Japanese or being married to a Japanese. So that's kind of down on this, saying the opportunity to own real estate, and I understand why Japan does that. The country is a little bit bigger than the state of California, and they got so many, people already. So I understand why they would limit it or won't allow expats, or not the average anyway, own property without them being in a partnership with, whether it's business or friendship or a relationship with the opposite sex to own property, But that's kind of like the downer for that. But I did have a good time. And for me, what it means to me, being overseas to me is being in an environment that I can go to bed and I can wake up in that environment every single day. And even if, everything ain't perfect, or even if I had, like, say, a bad day, overall, in my heart, and in my psyche, I could still wake up every day in that place and I'll be completely happy. So it's just my happy spot. I would say that I'm an expat for life. I'm an expat for life. I love the freedom and the lifestyle that it offers. So I'm working on that. We're working on my exit strategy, and obviously, you have to plan. So definitely doing my cost analysis and doing international cost comparison. I'm doing all of that, so I can nail it down and have an idea of what my living expenditures are going to be. And then also, I believe in having money to invest and still be able to save while still having money coming in. So, but all these things, they will be resolved. But I'm looking forward to it, though, and I've checked out as far as like the visa laws or residency. So I'm on top of it, but I got to dig in just a little bit deeper. But I pretty much got most of the information that I need, and I'm working on a plan to get to my happy space. And once I do get this entrepreneurial thing going, pretty much at that point, what you want to do, what I would do, I would check, just make sure that the money from that business or that endeavor, just make sure that it's consistent. Once that's established, which I'll probably figure for me, I need probably about a year to like maybe 18 months just to be sure that money's coming in consistent. After that, I'm punching out. But that's my deal right there, though. I'm an expat for life. Making plans to get in my happy place. But yeah, I love it though. But I mean, yeah, just kicking back, and just chilling. And I hope, you guys are having a great weekend. Kick back, chill, take a load off your mind, and stop worrying, relax. We gonna get through this, and sometimes, I can understand people being worried, especially, when we haven't faced something like this, but, hey, we'll get through it, we will definitely get through it. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got just for another Friday night chit chat and just my kickback. Yeah, making plans as an entrepreneur, and an exit strategy. So either way, it's going down, So if I have to do the employment route and take an employment overseas, I can do that. If I do it, as an entrepreneur, either way, But it's always nice to have options, and I'm glad that I do have those options. And I'm gonna put employ my strategy, and hey, work it out and get to it. I'm an expat for life, baby. But I want to thank you guys for listening to this podcast, Snakz Thoughts, and please subscribe to Snakz Thoughts. Please share it. Share this podcast. Tell your friends, family, and all your associates, whoever, all that, strangers. Come check me out and come hang out with me. And again, my podcast is Snakz Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. UGHTS, Snakz Thoughts. And you can find me on iTunes, Blueberry. I'm on Spreaker, and various other social media platforms, Cloud. So, check me out. And I also have a YouTube channel. That's Eric Broadus YouTube, EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. And so go over to my YouTube channel, hit that up, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, tell people about it. And for those that are subscribed, tap that bell so you can get any podcast live streams and any future videos that are coming out. But more to come, guys. But thanks again. And hey, I got my exit strategy. Do you have yours? That's all I got. Peace, guys.